Hello, my name is Beverly Kelly, and I'm from Hastings, Minnesota. I just dealt with Police Officer Weid. I reached out for help via a Facebook account that I made as like a last-ditch effort because of the harassment that I've been facing for the past 3 or so years. I found out that my personal information was stolen via a LifeLock that I set up. I had passwords, emails, birthday, social security number, everything essentially stolen. I have dealt with harassment in real life. I have given officers names, addresses, license plate numbers. A bunch of it they've denied or refused to actually look into, even though I've had video evidence, voice recorded evidence. I just kind of basically stopped handing stuff over because they don't listen and nothing ever comes of it. They've refused to give me names that I can get an actual restraining order for, and when I have pushed for restraining orders, they've been denied. I felt high after I did my laundry. I had an online stalker threaten me that he was going to do something to the dryer vent on my dryer. Didn't really take it to heart until I started feeling high when I started doing my laundry. I opened it. It was like a big burst of air kind of flushed into my face. Felt pretty messed up immediately afterwards. So I bought these handy dandy, it's a multiple drug detection and identification narcotic screening test kit number 2. Per Hastings Police Officer's recommendations, believe it or not. They told me that they couldn't do it and that I should do it myself, much like everything else that's gone on. So I'm doing it myself because I am fearful. I swiped one in my dryer. They are saying that the test is invalid, that there was no documentation of me taking this test, and any drugs that could have been put into my dryer that couldn't have been there. But see, that's... my dryer vent goes outside. Anybody could have put anything in there at any given time. I don't have a camera out there that sees right there. I will have, but I don't right now. I'm going to do the test again, and I'm going to post the results of everything. The initial results were this. Give me just a second. I'm not trying to edit any of this because I don't want to be one of those, edit things to make it look good kind of jerks that I know all too well in my life right now. There's this. See, very obvious blue. Very, very obvious blue. This one I took off of my clothing that had come out of the dryer, and where the clothing that I was wearing, which would explain why I feel high. And this is from inside of my dryer. The original color of this paper is supposed to be white, like that on the back. That's wax coated. This is the front, and non-reactive is supposed to be essentially the same color here. I'll show you the chart. J, this end color is pretty dang close to what that color is. Leave it in the comments whether or not you think so, but I think so. And right on here, it states 2J is a cocaine-based substance. Cocaine-based substance. Okay, that's from the inside of my dryer. My kids' clothes are in there. My clothes are in there. I have had numerous bouts of feeling as if I've been high. I've been sober for over 2 years now. I did relapse. When I was younger, I did have a drug issue. I did. I don't anymore. But I'm going to take a brand new, unopened one of these. I'm opening it now. I'm going to wipe it across my face Because as I was dealing with Officer Weid, once again, there was a funky smell in the air. This happens repeatedly. I've been here with my family. Family, just say, do I do drugs?
No.
Okay, that's a pretty solid no. Don't do drugs. I don't have money for drugs. I'm going to test my face and then retest my dryer. And you guys are coming with me because I am tired of having people think I'm lying. Look, just opened it. Dumping out the contents. Here's the pen. Uncracked, undone pen. Can you hold this for me, please, so that way I can do this? Hold it just like that. Here's the pen. Uncracked. Here's the paper. Comes with 2 of them. I'm touching only at the very, very end. Now I'm going to use one on my face. See how you can tell it hasn't been opened, nothing. I'm doing it right here. I'm holding the paper back, like how it says. And I will fold it back so that way when the results come in, it can't be said that this paper touched the front here to get anything on it. This is one for my face. I have no idea if this shows up positive. I just know Officer Weid was messing with his pocket and the weird funky smell like what was in my dryer came forward as I was sitting there talking to him. This, okay? Now, I'm going to take this other one, the other paper unopened, untampered with paper, still completely sealed, and you're going to walk with me to my dryer. So the paper. No, I don't need everybody to walk with me, guys. You stay put. Sitting it there. It's totally protected. Here's my dryer. Here's the paper. There's the door. Here's the clothing still inside of my dryer. And the vents. Exactly like what I did before. Here's my washing machine where I'm setting the paper. There's the paper from in my dryer. The paper from my face. Sorry guys, I don't usually do this at all. In fact, I've never done anything like this before. You have to crack both of these. Hear it? Sorry.
Yeah.
There. Crack both of them. Shake it for 10 seconds. Opening it. Okay. Not touching. Not touching. Now we gotta let those dry. Hey Frank, will you bring me the charger, please? Sorry guys, this is just, the lighting's really poor. I'm literally just plugging in the charger. My fiance's like right here watching. They haven't moved. I have no idea what the results from my face should be, but the one in the dryer, which was this one, is getting blue. As you can see on the edges. He tried to make up every excuse in the book as to the validity of this test. Look at that. Look at, even on the thing here, as it's drying. It takes a while to actually solidly show up. But we'll wait. And he tried making the excuse of all sorts of different things. My whole thing is I know how I've felt. I know how my kids have acted. Because I was young and dumb, I know how cocaine smells, and I've had it smell, the smell waft through the air various places that I've been, which is really weird because I've never had that happen before. I haven't used in 2+ years. I won't use, and I regret using when I did. But there's just, it's not okay. None of this has been okay. I'm not okay with my kids being exposed to any of this stuff. He tried to make light of the validity of this test, and it's exactly what some law enforcement agencies use. Like, precisely what some of them use. And rehabs and all sorts of different stuff. He tried to essentially say that because his personal department doesn't use it, they were discredited. Well, sir, other departments use them, and I don't buy that. It takes a while to turn. Whoops. That is the color kind of in the solution pen that initially comes out. But after it sits on the paper here for a while, the paper actually turns to a different color. See, this one's kind of turning. The edges are turning. And you saw the coloring that it came out onto the paper. And it kind of like, you know, a pregnancy urine test. You don't pee all over the whole test, but you have to wait so many minutes prior to getting a valid and correct result. And then after it dries and actually has a second or two to register in the like litmus paper. I don't know what this is called, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. That's when you check it against the color chart that is sent with. These are definitely changing. The one from my face, is getting kind of a purpley color in it. That's scary. Again, I don't use drugs at all. Sorry. Like, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I do feel high. I don't like this feeling. I want my family to be okay. I'm tired of the rumors and the crap and the harassment that I've been facing. It's been like 4 years of this. I love my kids. I won't hurt my kids. I won't hurt myself. I just want this stuff to stop. I am doing everything in my power to make this stop. I've done every single suggestion that the police have told me to do. I've tried for restraining orders. They've been either ignored or declined. I have tried giving different evidence to different facilities, such as the sheriff's department, such as the police department, as well as I've gotten a hold of IC3, which is the Internet Crimes Unit for the FBI. I have gotten a hold of, let's see, the Brooklyn Center, I believe, FBI tip line. I've gotten a hold of lawyers. I've gotten a hold of doctors. I have gotten a hold of friggin' the Cochran law firm, like Johnny Cochran law firm. They keep telling me that I don't have enough. I'm hoping with this that I will have enough, because I've had enough. My family means the world to me, and somebody needs to look into this before I die and my kids' hearts are broken, or my kids are hurt or die. My children are being exposed to this. The clothes that are in that dryer right there right now are mine and my kids' clothes. Anything that gets on my skin, my kids touch. They play with my hair. They give me hugs. They give me kisses. Anything that's on my anything, they are exposed to. I won't do drugs. I don't do drugs. I have a hair follicle test that I've been waiting for me to have another bout of kind of feeling high again to take, so that way I could have it looked at after like a week or so. Here's my week or so. And, whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean to blow that, but look. This is, you saw me do this. My fiance was right here. You see the colors? The one on the right, which is the one from my face, has blue and purple. It's kind of hard to see, but it's blue and purple, which is even more. And that's after speaking with Officer Weid, whatever. And then the initial yellow, but it's not done changing colors. The one on the left from my dryer is blue. I don't see any purple, which is really odd considering, you know, because the one on the right I was exposed to Mr. Weid. He was fiddling with his back pocket and his back right pocket, I believe, and his right front pocket while I was talking to him. And my son saw it. My son was standing right there. This is it, guys. This is why I'm so scared. This is why I distrust the Hastings police. This is why I'm fearful that we will end up dead. Because right here, 2 surface positive tests. My children, my family watched me wash my face. And that one's, the one for my face has purple and blue. The one from my dryer definitely has blue. They both have that yellow, but that's just the initial color change. I'll grab the chart. Frank, will you bring me the chart, please? The color chart.
Hi.
It should be out by where I was sitting. And like, I have my kids' backs. We're not what people want to say that we are. I've had people stalk, harass, frame, all sorts of stuff. And I've had a feeling that it might have been the cops for a very long time. The coloring on this chart. Let's see. Oh, shit. Okay. You guys all saw this. My kid's toast. Literal piece of toast before you think it's like a piece of bread. It's kind of hard to see, but there's definitely a variant in color there. My camera sucks, but there's like a purple in the middle, kind of towards the outer edge, with kind of a actually pretty green, and then with a darker blue kind of a color. Let's see what that matches up to. Well, the purple, there's 2 purples on here. One says 2H, which is phenobarbital, or methamphetamines or ephedrine, or LSD, guys. That's what my face tested positive for after dealing with Officer Weid. Yep. Hey guys, you hear that? That's what my face tested positive for after dealing with Officer Weid. I don't even know where to get these drugs. Okay? Phenobarbital? I don't even know what the hell that is. Methamphetamines, I do know what that is because I used to be an idiot when I was younger, but that's when I was younger. Ephedrine, I used to work at Phillips 66, and they would sell it. It's for, like, diabetes or something like that. But other than that, I haven't seen it in years, and I know that it's in Sudafed. I don't have a cold. I don't buy that crap. And I've never done LSD, never done acid. I've done mushrooms twice ever, and I have witnesses to that from years ago. That's what this one from my face tested positive for after dealing with Officer Weid. This here, this other one, see how it's just simply blue? And this one here is definitely like not just simply blue. Here, I'll put them right next to each other. There's a difference in color in this one from my face and this one from just the dryer. Just the dryer one matches up with the 2J, which again is the cocaine base. So, just today, my dryer has tested positive for something with the cocaine base. My children's clothes go through that. And also, his argument was, you know that lighter color there? That's where you read it. No, that's where the liquid gets dropped. and then it spreads out like a pregnancy test. And you know how the stick, it draws up the line and it turns color to red if you're pregnant? That's how this works, except it's not a little stick like that. This, definitely very pretty, albeit. It might be the LSD that a cop just gave me, though, speaking. Allegedly. But see, I find it a bit coincidental that this showed up for this. After dealing with him. And, hey Frank! Will you come here, please? And I'm going to have him look at this and tell you what colors he sees. Okay, you don't have to be right on camera. What colors? This is the one from the dryer. What colors do you see on this?
Blue.
Just the blue on this one?
That's all I see is blue.
And then just like the yellow that's from the color change. Look at this one. You gotta look kind of close in the rings though.
Oh yeah, there's green and shit. Yellow.
And?
Blue.
And?
White.
No, right there.
Oh, purple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely purple.
This is the one for my face after dealing with the officer. Okay? Alright. You be the judge. Is Hastings Police Department corrupt? I've had witnesses. My son was standing right there as I was dealing with these officers. I feel like this is enough to kind of go on. Again, Officer Weid, whatever. He's a heftier guy. I've dealt with him before. Yeah. Be the judge.